Hello, and welcome to Journeys in Transformation Analytics. And for the next few episodes here, I have joining with me Tom Weir, who is the Chief Operating Officer of CSafe Global. And we are going to talk about some fascinating journey that they have been on for past few years. So Tom, welcome.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here, and I look forward to the discussion.
Tom, just cold chain and CSafe. Can you talk a little bit more about kind of what is the problem you are trying to solve in the industry, which industries you support, and just to give a little bit of context behind it?
Sure. The broader term cold chain really refers to getting temperature sensitive pharmaceuticals safely moved around the world. So typically the temperature ranges are frozen 2 to 8C and CRT are the ranges we're talking about. It can also be referred to more broadly in terms of perishable goods, fruits and vegetables, things like that. But CSafe very much focuses in the life sciences space. And we build specialized containers, both parcel-based solutions, passive, what we refer to as passive solutions, using phase change material to maintain temperature, as well as large active containers that are especially qualified for use in flight to help our customers, pharmaceutical companies, move their extremely important and valuable products around the world.
And so it's like a specialized kind of a supply chain that you're helping run.
Actually, you're exactly right. It's a piece of the supply chain, and we leverage our products and services as well as freight forwarders, as well as transportation companies around the world. We have our own global network of service centers and distribution centers that support the repair, distribution, and release of our product as it moves through its life cycle.
Interesting. And so how would you compare? Like, what are the unique challenges that like a in a cold chain supply chain would be facing compared to, let's say, like a FedEx or any other supply chain that normally people associate it with
Well, I think the one thing that we at CSafe always try to remember is that the products that we're helping move around the world are not only extremely valuable, but also extremely important from a human point of view. So oftentimes, these are specialized medicines that are manufactured and that take quite a long time to manufacture. And if the product doesn't safely get to where it needs to be, it may not be able to be replaced in time to help the people that it was targeted for. So there's a special level of care that needs to take place just because of the nature of what we're doing. And there's definitely a layer of complexity specifically as it relates to maintaining control and temperature and objective record keeping, throughout the process. And one of the big challenges is, getting things where they need to be, but also making sure that the data flows seamlessly between all the various stakeholders, airlines, 3PLs, pharmaceutical companies. So data versus documents, right?
Perfect. And is this an industry that has evolved? Like, a lot of the supply chain has just evolved, like building block by building block, and it's kind of is it an industry like that, or it's kind of a pretty modern, up-to-date industry, and kind of like a little bit more?
It's definitely been the history actually of the cold chain dates back to the shipment of bananas actually from West Coast up. So it really started off with mechanical strip chart recorders way back in the day that was designed really to be able to make sure that the shelf life of bananas was where it needed to be before somebody took ownership. And then it gradually evolved in the 90s, evolved into electronic monitoring and getting more into capturing data, using software, using modern technologies to make sure that the quality was under control. Our product line has actually been around, started in the 80s, helping missionaries get vaccines to third world countries safely is kind of the roots of our business way back in the late 70s. So we've evolved from that into some fairly sophisticated active containers that we release today, and from a small, humble beginning in Dayton, Ohio, to a very much of a global footprint with locations in Europe, US, and throughout the world.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Tom, we're going to talk a lot more about a little bit of the transformation that you're driving. But thank you so much for sharing. And we will chat more in the next episode.
That's my privilege and pleasure. Nice to have this conversation. Look forward to more.